What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the fourth edition of the Deep Dive podcast. I'm your usual host, along with my fellow co-hosts, Dynasty Bert and Matt Josh Foreman. What's up, guys?
You could have at least put his last name on too.
Eh,
Like
but
then people just think my middle name's Josh.
well,
That's not even a name, it's Joshua. So you're doubly stupid.
Joshua. Oh, I'm sorry,
I had,
Joshua.
I
Bert,
had,
how's it going?
I had to formally change my Twitter handle to Dynasty Burt because I was being.
Yeah, you changed it at the end of the last episode, so
Yeah, but people actually were referring to me, so I felt, this is my name now. Should, I,
Well,
le-
how's Bert treating you?
should I legally change it to Burt? What do you think? I should put a
There's
poll up.
$50 in it for you if you do.
yeah. And if you give me $1,000, I'll change my name to Ernie.
You heard it here first. Please hit me up on Venmo. Let's make this happen.
We are now the Sesame Street podcast.
I'll be Elmo, just because that's the gif I use when people say something I don't know to say. I give them the I don't know.
No, it's because you like being tickled.
I do like being tickled. And there goes half of our listeners, so 3 of them are gone. Anyways,
it's a bit high.
Yeah. So Joshua, Bert, I'm really excited about our topic tonight. We are going to discuss players we are selling who are below the ADP of 169. Nice touch, Matt.
Yeah, I know.
From the Dynasty Trade Calculator ADP.
This is a family.
So we're talking about cheap guys who we don't want. I'm very interested to hear. Or no, we're talking about sells.
People we were selling that other people want.
Okay, sure. That other people want.
I'm glad we're defining the word sell right now.
Yeah. Because all of our listeners they're all Brett's students, actually.
I've seen Riley's accounting grades, and I just want to make sure that he knows most business terms before he gets to the real world.
Great insight from Bert. Ernie, you have anything to add to that? Just kidding. So we're talking about sells below 169. Bert, since you're taking personal shots at me, let's hear yours first.
I don't want to go first. All right, I guess I will. At ADP 201, Buck Allen, Baltimore Ravens running back.
Can we keep it formal here and refer to him as his mother wanted us to him as Javorius? Thank you.
Yeah, it's Javorius Allen in Bert's terms. So explain to us why we're selling Javorius.
Buck Allen. Simple. He's had 4 touchdowns in 3 games. Although he's on the field more often than Alex Collin has been, I just don't think he's as useful as what?
Who's Alex Collin?
What did I say? Alex Collins, right?
No, you said Colin.
No.
I left off the S. -1 for Brett. Or Bert. I'm sorry.
Whatever. Let me get back on track. He's on the field just as much, if not a little bit more. He's far out producing him in the red zone, but I think this is the best he's ever going to be. Listen, he's got a decent floor as a PPR back for his draft position, but Baltimore, I heard the stat today, Baltimore is a solid 12 for 12 on scoring inside the red zone this year. That's coming down. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns inside 20 yards in the past 3 weeks. That he can't sustain that. People are going crazy looking for flex plays and players with upside. I just think that his price will probably be the highest it will ever be.
What do you think that price is? What's the worst you'd take for him?
I honestly think you can get a second out of it. From the right.
What's the worst? So what if I said to you, Brett, I'll give you a third for Buck Allen? Are you going to hold or are you going to just cut ties and sell him?
I probably would cut ties, and it depends where the third. If it was an early third, I'd probably cut ties and sell.
All right, I'll offer you a mid-third. You're going to keep Buck Allen? Yourself?
I'd probably sell because here's the other thing that's coming back. Kenneth Dixon's coming back. Kenneth Dixon's coming back.
Kenneth Dixon's been supposed to come back for the last 3 years.
Yeah, but he showed well in that first game, and then he got that mysterious injury. The news that came out yesterday said that he's gonna come off IR in, what is it, 8 weeks? That's wait 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Kenneth Dixon's starting to be irrelevant in my eyes.
That backfield's so muddled is what I'm saying, that he's prominent now. I don't think he's going to be prominent in 8 weeks. And I would definitely I'd pull the trigger and sell for a third.
I wouldn't say it's muddled. I mean, there are two guys. It's Collins and Allen. Now, how Baltimore uses them, yeah, that can get annoying sometimes, but it's not like Green Bay or, Indianapolis. It's not – there's really no guys there. Baltimore at least has two guys that they're comfortable using.
Well, here's what we know about fantasy players, and they're very what have you done for me lately? And 4 touchdowns in 3 games, people are going to freak out and overpay. You see it all the time. And I think now is the time to cash out before they start playing opponents inside their division. That the Browns defense is actually looking pretty good.
They just got Ugba back too.
Since he looks pretty good, and the Steelers
are pretty shitty.
But yeah, they're bad. But like that's the other 2 teams in their divisions have stout run D, and I just don't see his production getting any better.
That's fair. I mean, I get the sell points. I'm not a huge Buck Allen guy, but if DJ's not doing much for me, Fournette, Mixon are all hurt, I'd give a third for Buck Allen. If
I would give a third for Buck Allen too. I mean, the third is, the hit rate on third round picks is probably pretty low. So,
I mean, who are some thirds? Who are some guys we took in the third round this year?
I don't know.
Exactly. Mid thirds, you can't even name any right off the top of your head. I'm thinking.
I took Chase Edmonds in the late third in one of my drafts recently.
Yeah, John Kelly. What if you took John? Are you really psyched about that? If you're not me,
Ito Smith.
No. Yeah, I'd rather.
That's a reach on Ito Smith. Could have got him in the 4th.
I don't know. I wish I had some rookie
Galloway was slipping sometimes into the third in some places.
Yeah, in Superflex leagues, he was a third, but I think he was a second in.
Who? Ito Smith?
No, Antonio Callaway.
Oh yeah. He was a
he was a fourth round guy at best. But regardless,
you hit me with the mid third. What would I prefer to sell for? What I think you can get? Like I said, I think you can get like a later second round pick. Like I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility with his production.
Yeah, and at that point, I'm thinking about it, but I'm saying even an early third, I'd be hesitant to do it. I just, you know what I mean? I'd rather have this second. Just even saying second versus third, it'll get you more in trade talks too, no matter what. Even if it's a 2-12 versus the 3-1, it's the second's going to have more, is going to be better.
Good point. That's 1 point for Matt.
What is this? What is this around the horn?
It's 1 to -1 right now. Matt's ahead.
What time do I get kicked out? Like I get the ding.
Well, it's only you two, so now I guess since your guys over with. So Brett's selling Buck Allen, or sorry, Javarius, Mrs. Allen, if you're listening. Joshua Adams Foreman. Who do we have next? And it's not Josh Adams.
No, it's not Josh Adams. He's big time buy. Big buy. So I'm gonna talk about someone who was mentioned earlier in a different episode about being a buy, and that's Tyler Boyd. Not buying Tyler Boyd, selling. So similar reasons that Coach Burt just talked about. I just don't think the target share is going to be there. I don't like Andy Dalton. John Ross, he's got to do something eventually. Like, he's the 9th overall pick in the draft. Like, he has to do something.
Tavon Austin would like a word.
Can't bet on that. Yeah, Tavon Austin was a 7.
Yeah, but they're going to give him a chance if nothing else. They're not just going to fade away into nothing. They're going to give him a chance. Mixon's going to be back in probably 2 weeks. Gio's still there. They have 2 tight ends that catch the ball. I just don't think the targets are going to be there, and I know you can get a second-round pick for Tyler Boyd right now. I'm 100% sure of that.
Okay,
and if it's a Bills fan, you can probably get a mid-second right now.
What
mid-second, late first.
You don't like the aspects and the just the good nature from the fact that he had up until last week, even before AJ got hurt, was only ran one less route AJ did.
No, don't care.
And the fact that he had been producing.
I just don't think the targets.
He didn't technically break out last game. He broke out the game before.
I just don't think the targets are going to be there. I was never really a big Tyler Boyd guy. That's also probably a Pitt bias, but maybe part of it too. But
so the thing for me is, I don't care about volume for him because I know he can be efficient with what he gets.
Yeah, but what he gets is tight end work.
Okay, then if he gets 6 targets a game and catches 4 balls for 30, 40 yards, I'm cool with that. I'm not paying a first.
No, I'm saying I would rather have any second round pick, even an early third, than Tyler Boyd. I just don't see the upside there. That's all. I don't see the upside.
Give up a second for Tyler Boyd.
Like someone we were talking about before Coach Burt got on was Cooper Kupp. Like you're saying that I'm saying that Boyd's floor is below Cooper Kupp's floor.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely agree there because
that's an offensive game plan thing for me though.
Yeah, exactly. Like Cincinnati's not an offensive team.
I think they're changing that this year, dude. Have you watched them?
No, I don't know. I have a little bit. I will say that.
If Tyler Boyd in any league ring, because I'll come take him from a second for you.
Done.
But I'm also encouraged by the fact that the rule used to be that you had to wait 3 years before wide receivers were relevant anyways. You kind of saw that with Aguilar. And I think that Boyd is just that type of receiver they need across major green that can mid-level and short routes consistently. And he's never going to get doubled. Like I just think even with 6 targets a game, I think he's catching like Riley said, at least 4, probably more around the 5 to 6 range because he's got good hands and he's shown that he can be productive in the last.
You're also forgetting that Andy Dalton's throwing the ball too.
But I think that may work in his favor because what if Dalton just wants to check it down to the flats? Or
then he has Gio, he has Joe Mixon, he has Tyler Eifert, he has Tyler Croft.
Right, but Boyd's not dead.
I'm not saying he's dead. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's dead. I'm not saying he's dead. I'm just saying you can trade Tyler Boyd down for a second round pick, and I'd rather have the second round pick. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. And all I'm saying is I don't think he's a sell. I also don't think he's a go buy. You must have him now. But if you can get him for early third and a fourth, or a late second for Boyd, and
I'd rather have the late second any day than Boyd.
Okay.
The third I'd think about. The third I would if it was an early third, I'd probably think about it and I'd look at my team and is Tyler Boyd going to help my team this year? And if the answer is no, then I'm selling for an early third.
The thing I would like to point out that is in Matt's favor is you just said, maybe like if you can go get him for a third and a fourth, he's demanding at least a second. Like I will say to Matt's favor, like nobody's getting away games. Nobody's getting away with giving a third or even 2/3 for him. It's going to demand a second, and in that case, if you don't like him like Matt doesn't, I think that getting out from under him for that price is a good price to do it at.
But here's the other problem with Tyler Boyd I own him literally nowhere, so I can't sell him for a second round pick because I don't have him anywhere.
Right, and like you never know what that owner, the Boyd owner in your league, feels about him. He could have just had him as his last roster guy that he got in a trade for free.
Yeah, or it could be an orphan. It could be an orphan pickup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always worth asking. And I mean, don't go in assuming that he wants a second.
Oh yeah,
keep it open ended.
It's the classic fantasy point of like, just test the waters. So many people just don't test the waters just to see if.
Oh, trust me, Riley tests the waters.
Well, we know that, but
I do. +5 for Riley. I've taken the lead. Just kidding. I'm not keeping score for myself. So unless we have anything else to say about Tyler Boyd, I think we've covered him pretty well. We'll head on to my guy who just became a full-time starter in week 1 due to injury, Mr. Matt Breida at an ADP of 174. I'm not buying into the fact that he's any kind or sort of long-term solution. Don't see it at all.
No, he was on my list of a couple people too, so I totally agree with you on this one.
I mean, you may be able to just get some volume work out of him this year. And granted, he did have 140 yards 2 weeks ago on like 12 carries or something ridiculous. But I don't know. I'd take that chance to sell him. I would take I don't know what I'd take for him because like Matt said about Boyd, I don't have Breida anywhere because I'm not a believer. But you have to think that they bring in somebody next year or
Tevin Coleman.
Oh, Tevin Coleman. Yeah.
Or Jerick McKinnon. Or McKinnon will be back.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
They do have an out for McKinnon this year.
Yeah, his contract was very front-loaded, but regardless of who they bring in or what they do with the situation, Breida's not going to be the guy next year. I would just so cash out. But I don't know what I'd take. I think I'd do – if I get 2/3 or somebody I like, players below him on the DTC ADP, Dallas Goedert at 183, I'd take him straight up. Tywan Taylor at 196, I'd take him straight up. And John Brown at 209, I'd take John Brown over Breida. Like, do you guys agree, disagree on those three players?
No, I agree on all those.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
I'd throw probably maybe Jake Butt.
Nah, I'd rather. Well, it's close, but I mean, the market value for Breida's got it's higher than Jake Butt.
I'm just going through some right here.
Can we just throw Peyton Barber into this category too? I mean, he looks awful.
I'd rather have Breida than Peyton Barber. His time's almost up. He's had his shot, hasn't done much.
You
have to think that Rojo is going to be active this week. I mean, they've got nothing from the running backs.
Absolutely garbage, steaming hot garbage. He's got to. Right? Like, I'm not even a big, massive believer in Rojo, but if they don't bring him, I think Dirk Cotter's already on his way out. So,
did you see my tweet last night that I can't wait for Todd Monken to do what Dirk Cutter did to Lovie Smith?
Yeah, that made me laugh.
Like it's literally the exact same scenario because Dirk Cutter's doing nothing except make horrible decisions and let the defense do absolutely nothing. While Todd Monken keeps them in the game.
We talk about Vance McDonald's like stiff arm into the center of the earth.
Yeah, it was a nice play.
He put Chris Conte on IR.
Yeah, he did.
Savage move of the week. Well, that's going to do it for us unless, Matt, do you have anything else you want to add in here at the end?
No, just buy Josh Allen.
Josh Allen?
Yeah, and Corey Clement also, too. I want to also get some Corey Clement love in there, too.
Did you say Josh Allen or Josh Adams?
Oh, sorry, Josh Adams. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Buy Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Josh Allen.
So we just had multiple milestones. Oh, and Matt wins this episode for that. First F-bomb, pop that cherry. And he said buy Josh Allen in the same paragraph. That's awesome.
Just real quick. Their weapons can't get any worse whatsoever.
I know
they can't.
He's playing okay.
Exactly.
Like, what's he going to do with N'Keal Harry and who else are free agents next year from the receiver class? Oh, screw it. I don't know. Anybody could be better. Uncle Joe from off the street. I mean, Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street. I mean, anything is going to be better than Ray McLeod.
And Zay Jones, Kelvin Benjamin, Robert Foster.
Them all and beat Minnesota and their scary defense.
Oh, Marcus Murphy too, the starting running back. You know, once Shady McCoy's in prison next year for 5 to 10 years, you know, offense could very well be reloaded with some very interesting pieces.
He grew up on me, by the way.
We got $90 million to play with.
Wow, what 260-pound receivers could you sign with $90 million? Oh, what slot receivers are available next year?
KB's on his way.
You can probably trade for Randall Cobb.
After those two drops this last week, like he was already kind of hated, but now he's definitely hated by all of Buffalo.
Willie Snead should be available. Willie Snead, Randall Cobb. Oh, it's going to be loaded next year.
You're not going to have a single player over 6'2".
Oh, but they have to weigh at least 240 pounds if they are.
Whew.
We're just going to draft Anthony Johnson out of UB, and we'll be good.
Michael Floyd, he should be a free agent.
I'm pretty sure he's a free agent right now.
No, he signed with the Saints before the season started. So he's been on a team this year. He's probably a free agent right now. But Michael Floyd for life. I traded a 17 first for him.
Sure did to this guy.
Man, to be fair, the 17 first was the 113. It doesn't make it better, but still. I don't even remember who went in that range.
I would literally take a
I don't
Capri.
know either because I'm pretty sure I traded the pick for either Colin Kaepernick or Sam Bradford.
That was probably Kamara and Hunt range. Had to have been.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. That hurts. Whatever. It is what it is. I got second place that year, so who cares? Anyways.
I got third place that year, so I really don't care.
Turn up. That's right. Riley and Joshua. Well, boys, that is going to do it for us tonight. You can follow the I'm thinking about what I did last week. You can follow the pod account on Twitter at Deep Dive Pod.
Cast.
I wasn't done. Deep Dive Podcast. Hit us up on Gmail. Hit us up on Twitter. If you want us to talk about players, strategies, trades, tips, questions, anything, everything, Dynasty, hit us up. We will answer you. Don't expect it to happen, but hey, you never know.
Talk to us about anything. Ask us anything.
Yeah, ask us anything.
My Twitter page is always an AMA. Just ask me anything.
Yeah, anniversary presents, how to remember your anniversary. What do you get your little annoying cousin Bert for his birthday? Anything
Bill's
you
gear.
need to ask. Yeah, Bill's gear, cheap stuff you can get at Walmart. It's $4.99. It's on clearance. You can follow the boys at Dynasty Bert. You can follow Matt at Fat Mormon. And you can follow myself at DTC_Riley B. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will be back next week.
Toodles.
See you.